Well, I am Pops, and yeah, Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel and all of that took the kind of like the oxygen out of the room. Like, who's talking about all the other updates, right? Penguin's coming September 19th. That's right, the Colin Farrell spinoff series from The Batman. And yes, we're going to get The Batman too. So I thought this was an interesting update that kind of confirms a lot of the things that we thought, all the inspirations that you would come to expect with the whole Penguin slash Falcone family, a little bit of that long Halloween, Sofia becoming the hangman or not, the killing sprees, the drug trade, all of that. Some great cast members were teased here in the footage. So I thought I would just kind of walk through a little bit of that and then let's hear from you guys. What do you guys think? You excited about watching this or not? Because it's one of these things that actually looks so good and interesting, maybe better than the Batman itself. So let's take a look at a couple of shots. Obviously, not a lot here to say about Colin Farrell. Completely disappears as uh, Oswald Cobblepot. Oz is just fantastic. They call him Oz Cobb. I don't know why we're changing names, but it's what we're doing. And we get a little bit of that backstory with just him and his mother, which I thought was something that Gotham did pretty well. We have basically that same sort of feel. I promised you a good life. Yeah, I still don't really have it, Oz, that kind of thing. And it comes up as a couple of times, couple of different ways. And then you kind of have I'm working on it kind of crime lord stuff. The one thing that's done well, I think, in the teaser here is that we get a little bit of like that kingpin feel. The big dude, a little bit off here. He grabs a hammer. There's a couple scenes with him wielding guns. It kind of a kingpin feel. And some of the costuming is also reminiscent of how they did D'Onofrio in the Daredevil series. So I don't need kingpin here. I need something that feels like a kingpin, right? So I think they borrow a little bit of that. And then, of course, there are shots like this where you kind of get that feel, that immersion in some sort of version of Gotham City. Not really feeling like the Batman Gotham City, but at least enough that we're in a big city. So we have a quick little shot of this character. This is Victor Aguilar, right? So Victor Aguilar, basically Rhenzy Feliz, is kind of like the driver. He's going to be like the guy driving him around, kind of like a second in command. I thought about kind of a Tulsa King vibe going on here. I don't think this is a DC character, but I think it's the connection that we in the audience can have with Oz as this journey starts to expand. And he's going to basically just finding him. He's going to bite off more than he can chew. That's pretty much the premise of the series, premise of the show. And what makes Penguin interesting is he always perseveres. Now, we don't have the Batman, so you don't see me always getting away and not getting caught by the Batman, but at least can build some of that framework for a later film. We get a little introduction to Sofia. It's never been a massive Sofia Falcone fan. I love the Falcone family and all. I love all of the elements of like the drama in the crime families and all of that plays out. They have Clancy Brown in here, which is he's just oh man, we can never have enough Clancy Brown in our worlds, right? Anyway, he plays Salvatore Maroni, the other drug boss, right? So I like that. I like they bring in Michael Kelly to do Johnny Viti, which is like their underboss in the Falcone family. So that was pretty cool to see him pop up as well. I don't feel like Cristin Milioti, who is the person that plays Sofia, is particularly great. She was Tracy over on How I Met Your Mother a couple times, and I don't know, she's okay. I don't know that I need some sort of odd disposable thin white girl who's basically a knockoff Harley Quinn version of Sophia. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. So if there's any big question mark, it's that element of the teaser and of the show. But everything I like about all of this is just stick in every shot. I don't really feel like I'm watching Colin Farrell. I'm still sort of shocked that this is Colin Farrell. And then I just wanted to close with this blood splatter shot again. Throwbacks to like a kingpin sort of feel. It's something that I'm actually looking forward to at this point. So, what are your thoughts on it? It was a quick update. I know that again, in the grand scheme of what everyone's talking about, no one's talking about the Batman. No one's talking about Penguin. No one's talking about some of the other updates. But I want to try to keep putting some pins on the wall. I want to try to catch up over the course of the weekend and into next week. Some of these stories that we just didn't really get to. But I want to hear from you guys. I actually am looking forward to this. I want to rewatch the Batman. Batman has not aged well for me. I enjoyed it more early on in that first 2/3 of a movie because I never liked the final act. That first 2/3 just it isn't holding up well. I'm really having a hard time. But again, like I've said then, I will stand by that take. It's going to depend a lot more on how they take the story now, on what that movie's final verdict is going to kind of become. So Penguin's kind of part of that equation. Matt Reeves and his universe is expanding. We'll see how it all plays out. Take care, everybody. I am Pops.